It is Minneapolis. We're watching it. Dante's Boxing Nation. Keep watching. Keep watching.
Will there be any excuses after May 2nd for either fighter, for Mayweather or for your fighter?
There shouldn't be. I mean, the best man will win, and we'll go from there.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, on this channel, I tell you all the time, the truth will eventually come to light. All you have to do is wait for it. And today, Manny Pacquiao is the one bringing some more of this truth to light with a startling admission. Today, Manny Pacquiao, he did an interview on a TV show in the Philippines called Head Start. And basically, Manny Pacquiao admitted that he knew that he was going to lose the Mayweather fight before the fight even took place. Manny Pacquiao said 1 month before the fight, he dreamt that he lost the decision and that he was thankful God had revealed the outcome beforehand. He also said, quote, "I smiled because I already saw what would happen even before the fight," end quote. You know, in a court of law, you have something called circumstantial evidence, and then you have direct evidence. Now, circumstantial evidence is evidence that relies on an inference to connect to a conclusion of fact. You know, like someone's fingerprint being left somewhere, right? It's an inference. But direct evidence is far more deeper than that, because direct evidence supports the truth of an assertion directly without need for any additional evidence or inference. Okay? Pretty much like someone making a confession. The suspect, the accused, he admits that he was the one that killed the victim. That is what you call direct evidence. And a lot of times, Manny Pacquiao opens up his mouth, and his trainer, Freddie Roach, when they open up their mouths, a lot of times they are giving us direct evidence. When you watch this channel, you're going to get a whole lot of direct evidence, which translates to the whole truth. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not be surprised if soon as Bob Arum and Michael Kantz found out that Manny Pacquiao said this, they probably just sat there and shook their head and said, "Why does this man keep opening his damn mouth?" Right? I'm telling you right now, Manny Pacquiao, he better hope that he never has to give testimony in a court of law, because Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter, but he is not a great liar. And that is very obvious. Very obvious. In fact, sometimes Manny Pacquiao speaks so much truth when he doesn't realize he is. I sometimes say to myself, damn, I don't even need to give commentary when I do a video talking about Manny Pacquiao or Freddie Roach. I could just quote exactly what Manny Pacquiao says word for word, and all I'll say is, I'm on to the next one, right? That'll be my whole damn video. The point that I'm making is, we have heard a lot of truth come from Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao lately. The funny thing about the truth is sometimes, even when you think you're lying, you're actually telling the truth and you don't even realize it. Because when you tell so many different stories, you contradict everything that you say, and that ends up translating into direct evidence. You know, I will say this. With this type of admission that Manny Pacquiao has made, believe it or not, it doesn't make Manny Pacquiao look as bad as it makes the dumb, casual ass fans look, the decafs. Oh yeah, because this makes them look really dumb. Because even the guy that they were defending, Manny Pacquiao, didn't even agree with their ridiculous rhetoric. So how do you prove your case when even your client is not buying what you are saying? Even your client doesn't agree with you. How do you prove your case then? For any fan that sat there accusing Floyd Mayweather of being afraid of Manny Pacquiao, ducking him, it don't matter if you said it a month before the fight or if you said it 3 years before the fight. Any boxing fan, boxing writer, whatever, that accused Floyd Mayweather of being this chicken, this coward, oh, he was just so terrified of this man, Manny Pacquiao, right? Every time you mention the word Manny Pacquiao or the name Manny Pacquiao, Floyd just starts shaking and trembling, right? All of you fans that accuse Floyd Mayweather of being afraid of this man, Manny Pacquiao, would you have believed it if somebody would have told you at the time that you were accusing Floyd of being afraid that really Manny Pacquiao, he doesn't even believe that he can beat Floyd Mayweather? He believes that Floyd Mayweather is such a talented fighter, is so skillful, that even he believes that he would fall short and become number 48 or number 46, 45, 44, whatever the number is, on Floyd Mayweather's undefeated record. If I would have told you that Manny Pacquiao said that, if anybody would have told you that Manny Pacquiao said that, what would you have said in response? You would have said, get the hell out of here. Floyd is ducking Manny Pacquiao because he's afraid. He's a coward. Run, Floyd, run, etc., etc. This is what a fan like that would have said, right? You know what really makes this whole admission very compelling is the fact that right before the fight, if you guys don't remember, it was a lot of fans, they were saying that Floyd Mayweather was actually afraid to sign the contract, right? He was afraid to sign the contract, even though it was Floyd Mayweather who confronted Manny Pacquiao at the basketball game. And immediately following that confrontation, then Floyd Mayweather, he went over to Manny Pacquiao's hotel room. And by Manny Pacquiao's advisor, Michael Kantz's own admission, even Michael Kantz was shocked that Floyd Mayweather actually came over there and actually negotiated a fight with Manny Pacquiao. After all of that took place, who did these decafs accuse of being afraid? They accused Floyd Mayweather of being afraid, right? I mean, some of you guys probably still haven't thought of how ironic this all is. While fans are calling Floyd Mayweather scared, even though they're negotiating a fight, Floyd, even though he's pushing for the fight, you have these decafs that are accusing Floyd of still being afraid. Meanwhile, now we know from Manny Pacquiao's own admission that at this time, Manny Pacquiao was thinking in his head he's going to lose to Floyd Mayweather. Now, I'm not accusing Manny Pacquiao of being afraid of Floyd Mayweather or anybody. But if we are pointing fingers and accusing any of these two fighters of being afraid of the other guy before the fight takes place, and I'm just talking to the decafs, wouldn't you admit that the guy who has already admitted that he thinks he's going to lose the fight, wouldn't you say by just using your logic that it was Manny Pacquiao who was more afraid than Floyd Mayweather? Wouldn't you say that if we're using your logic? The decaf logic, of course. Now, let me reiterate. I'm not saying that Manny Pacquiao was afraid of Floyd Mayweather. All I'm saying is the logic the decafs used, it backfired on them. And in a certain sense, it would seem more fitting that if you were going to accuse any fighter of being afraid one more time, you would accuse the guy who openly admitted that he didn't even have the confidence that he was good enough to beat Floyd Mayweather. The truth has a funny way of coming out. I keep telling you guys this. Do you guys remember when this fight was first signed? Do you guys remember one of the first things that Freddie Roach said in one of his interviews talking about this Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight? You remember what it was? I made a video on it. Freddie Roach said that this is going to be a very difficult fight. And Floyd Mayweather hardly makes any mistakes. I told you guys in that video, that was a suggestion that Freddie Roach, deep down, he thought that Floyd Mayweather was going to win this fight. I told you guys this on many videos leading up to this fight, that I truly believe Freddie Roach, he believes Floyd is going to win this fight. Right? Now we hear Manny Pacquiao saying that even he thought he was going to lose. Even he thought that Floyd was going to beat him. Let me tell you something. In a court of law, you can have DNA evidence, you can have eyewitnesses, but there is no evidence better than a confession by the suspect. This is what you call more direct evidence. Quote, "If you tell the truth, then you don't have to remember anything." End quote. That was Mark Twain. What makes that quote so relevant to this video is Manny Pacquiao recently, he's been telling us so many different things lately, I don't even think he remembers everything that he says. Matter of fact, let's chronologically break down Manny Pacquiao's statements in the last year or so, leading up to the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We won't go all the way back because we'll be exposing all type of contradictions if we go all the way back to 2008. Let's go ahead and give Manny Pacquiao a break and just start months before the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. So leading up to that fight, Manny Pacquiao tells the public that God is going to deliver Mayweather into his hands to prove to the world that God does exist. In other words, if you guys don't understand what Manny Pacquiao was saying, he was basically saying that this is a case of good versus evil, and God is on Manny Pacquiao's side. Now, for those of you guys who haven't seen the picture that someone depicted on Instagram, it was a picture of Floyd Mayweather being depicted as the devil and Manny Pacquiao being depicted as God. We also heard Freddie Roach say around the same time that Manny Pacquiao said this, that this is a case of good versus evil. So that's the first statement he made, or at least in my order, that's the first statement that he made. Then at the press conference, Manny Pacquiao looked over to Floyd Mayweather. He told Floyd Mayweather, after the fight, I want to sit down with you and talk to you about God. Once again, trying to suggest that God has put Manny Pacquiao on a mission to teach Floyd Mayweather a lesson. And God has already picked Manny Pacquiao to win the fight. This is what Manny Pacquiao is saying, right? So we fast forward to the fight. Manny Pacquiao loses the fight. Now when Manny Pacquiao loses the fight, he tells the public that he thought he won the fight. He thought he won the fight, even though Max Kellerman is telling him, I don't know how you seen it as you winning it. We had you losing the fight decisively, right? Manny Pacquiao continues to stick with the story, and he insists that he believes he won the fight, right? Something Manny Pacquiao's own trainer doesn't even believe. You told me before the fight at the media workout, there should be no excuses. I believe if it was up to you after the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, we would have heard something a little bit different because you're a truthful person.
Yeah.
What do you think about Manny Pacquiao not giving Mayweather any type of credit? Because Mayweather gave Pacquiao a lot of credit after the fight. What do you think?
I talked to Manny and Bob Arum about that, and they both watched the fight with no sound, and they think they both came to the same conclusion that they landed more punches than Mayweather did in that fight, and they both think that he won the fight. So I don't think that, but that's just. I can't choose for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the thing is, he felt he won the fight. That's all. I personally didn't, but people see different things.
So anyway, back to Manny Pacquiao. So if Manny Pacquiao is telling us that now he knew all along he wasn't good enough to beat Floyd Mayweather. He knew already. And keep in mind, understand something, this is very important to know. This is what I mean when I say Manny Pacquiao is not a good liar. Because Manny Pacquiao, he could have decorated this story by saying, I had a dream that I was robbed and they gave the fight to Floyd Mayweather. And really I won and the whole world was, demanding a rematch because I was robbed, etc., etc. But Manny Pacquiao, he never said anything close to that. Manny Pacquiao specifically said, I had a dream that I lost the fight. And then he said, that's why I was smiling afterwards. Why? Because Manny Pacquiao accepted he was going to lose the fight. Because after all, he already knew he was going to lose the fight. Right? So, how do you go from telling people you knew you were going to lose the fight, but then right after the fight, you tell Max Kellerman, I thought I won the fight? If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Right? We know how the saying also goes. When you start lying, you usually have to continue to lie to cover up previous lies. And then you can never get out of lying. It turns into this big ass lie until you confess. And that's what we're getting from Manny Pacquiao right now, is a confession. I believe because of this confession that Manny Pacquiao is making, that the shoulder excuse was premeditated. He planned on using that excuse probably months before the fight even took place. Because after all, Manny Pacquiao, by his own admission, he knew that he was going to lose the fight. So if you know you're going to lose the fight, what do? You prepare to make excuses for why you lost. That's a no-brainer, right? Let me close by saying this. For some of you Manny Pacquiao fans that say, oh, Dante, you just hating, you hate Manny Pacquiao, etc., etc. If you guys are saying that I hate Manny Pacquiao, then that's pretty much like you saying that Freddie Roach hates Manny Pacquiao. And hell, even Manny Pacquiao hates himself. You know why? Because time and time again, Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao, they have corroborated almost everything you guys have heard me say about them. Okay? It's kind of hard to accuse someone of hating on Manny Pacquiao when you have people like Manny Pacquiao himself and Freddie Roach that agree with almost everything that you guys hear me say. Now, like I said before, sometimes it may take some time for the truth to come to light, but just wait for it, because it always comes. That's all I got. I'm on to the next one.